Chapter 2, Inversion Impulse 2. Is it always called Inversion Impulse? I believe Inversion Impulse is the phenomena in which a Tohno relapses into their blood gene and goes crazy. Which... Or it could be a general blood thing, but I think it relates specifically to the Tohnos. But I'm pretty sure that can't happen to Shiki because he's not a Tohno. Good morning. I hear an unfamiliar voice. The dream quickly fades away as a voice calls me back to reality. It is morning. Time to wake up, Shiki-sama. An unfamiliar voice greets me. Stop calling me Shiki-sama already. I told you yesterday. It sends chills down my back. I wake up. Hisui stands far from the bed like a statue. I sleepily look around. Good morning, Shiki-sama. A girl in a maid uniform bows. For a moment, I doubt my eyes. Finally, I recall my current condition. Yeah, I came home, right. I push myself up and look around the room. Outside the window, the weather is great. A blue sky like the one I saw in my dream. Good morning, Hisui. Thanks for coming to wake me. There is no need to thank me. It is my duty to come and wake you, Shiki-sama. Hisui answers indifferently, completely expressionless. Why do you have to be so formal, Hisui? It really is a shame. If Hisui only had half of Kohaku's brightness, she would really be cute. I think that's Shiki talking. I'm not sure. Okay, that was her talking. Oh god, I'm all fucked up. No, fuck, stop. That's not what I want. Okay. Do you need something? Realizing I'm looking at her, Hisui stares straight back at me. No. Nothing at all. Waking up and seeing your face, I just felt like I'm really at the Tohno mansion. Hisui's eyes are like cold ice. Seeing that all of a sudden, something reminiscent of a dream flashes through my mind. I see. I remember it completely. That day, that girl who gave me the ribbon right before I left was the one who always watched us from that window. That is, in other words, it was Hisui. Yes? Did you say something, Shiki-sama? Hisui, do you remember? About when I left 8 years ago. Yes, I remember it. But was there anything special that happened? Anything special? Hisui, please forgive me. 8 years has passed since you departed this mansion. So even if you speak of these times, I cannot answer with any specific details. What? Does she not remember the promise we made back then? Hisui, don't you remember about the ribbon? Ribbon? She looks downcast as she admits with difficulty that she does not remember. I see. That's right. It was 8 years ago. Sorry, it's nothing. Just forget about what I said. She doesn't remember the promise. It isn't anything I can hold against her. Even though it was maybe just a childish promise, it really did help me to face forward in the future back then. Well, time to get up. Hisui, do you know what time it is? Yes, it is now past 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay, that leaves me just a little time then. Stretching my back, I get up out of bed. You say that, but you do not have much time. It takes about 30 minutes to go from the mansion to your school. You only have 20 minutes to eat breakfast and get ready. That's right. This isn't Arima's house. I'm filled with horror. I was so used to the Arima house being only 20 minutes away from school but from here, I don't even know a shortcut. Your uniform is folded and awaits you over there. Please come to the sitting room after you've changed. Damn it. If you're going to wake me up earlier. Muttering selfishly to myself, I reach for the uniform. It's folded neatly, and the shirt has even been ironed. Passing my wrists through the sleeves feels good. It's that fresh, brand new feeling. Here we go. Akiha and Kohaku-san are relaxing in the sitting room. Akiha is wearing the uniform of the Asagami Ladies' Academy, a famous school for young girls. They're drinking tea together gracefully, as if breakfast ended a long time ago. Okay, this is the Kohaku route, so we are greeting Kohaku-san. Morning, Kohaku-san. Today's a lovely day. Yes. Good morning, Shiki-san. Kohaku-san delivers her ordinary morning greeting with a smile on her face. Did you sleep well last night? I was worried that you might be inconvenienced, staying in an unfamiliar mansion and all. No. There were no problems. I used to live here, after all. And now I've got you to watch over me, Kohaku-san. Oh, you're quite good at this, Shiki-san. Huh? No, I'm just saying what I think. What is it I'm good at? Kohaku-san just looks at me, smiling. Somehow I feel embarrassed when she looks at me directly, so I shift my gaze to the side. And then... I realize another stare, one which has been on me silently for a while now. Hey there. I give a light wave to greet her. Akiha continues to stare at me, or perhaps glare would be a better word. Well, good morning, Akiha. Oh? You don't have to force yourself to greet me. Please, go right ahead and ignore me. After all, it seems you prefer to enjoy the morning with Kohaku. Oh no! She's not gonna say good morning, Nissan! No! Akiha's words sting. It's not like I had intended to ignore her. I just said hello to Kohaku-san. Please don't tease Shiki-san too much, Akiha-sama. We don't have much time, and Shiki-san hasn't finished his breakfast yet. Well, that's Nissan's fault for waking up late, isn't it? He's just getting what he deserves for leaving everything to do in for leaving everything to do in a rush in the morning? For leaving everything to do... He's getting what he deserves for leaving everything to do in a rush in the morning. Akiha sniffs. It seems like my failure to greet her was another point she was unimpressed with, in addition to her objection to my late arrival. Kohaku-san, is my breakfast ready? Yes, I've laid it out on the dining hall. Please go eat up at your leisure. That won't do, Kohaku. Nissan has no time to eat breakfast at this time. Hey, listen, Akiha. It's only 7, so I've got at least that much. It's at least it's an easy 30-minute walk from here to school, so I can make it easy for the last 10 minutes. Excuse me. I can take it easy for the last 10 hold on. So I can take it easy for wow, dude, this line's fucking me up, dude. Holy shit. Hey, listen, Akiha. It's only 7. So I've got at least that much. It's an easy 30-minute walk from here to school. So I can take it easy for at least 10 minutes, can't I? I think it's because, like, the curtain is open and then, like, their skin is white and, like, it's white text going across all these different, like, white backgrounds and it's fucking me up. It's making it really hard to read. Are you saying you're going to finish breakfast in just 10 minutes? You're not some starving dog, so if you're going to eat breakfast, I'd like you to take your time. Akiha's words really do have thorns in them. Akiha-sama, it's almost time to leave. Is this alright? I know. Sheesh, don't be so worried over stuff like this on the first day. Muttering some complaints, Akiha stands up. Well, I must say goodbye. Nissan, you should apply yourself to your studies today. Akiha leaves the sitting room. Kohaku-san follows, seeing her off. Don't be too hard on yourself. English is my first language too. Fuck you. Applying myself to my studies. She's quite ceremonious about trivial things in an old-fashioned kind of way. I guess it's because she's been disciplined under our old man for the last 8 years. Well, I'd have gone to school even if I hadn't said anything. Even if she hadn't said anything. I scratched my cheek. There was something about Akiha's face as she left. Because of it, I paid no attention to all of her various admonishings this morning. Of course. I clapped my hands together. For some reason, Akiha's face just then seemed to resemble her face from long ago. After eating the breakfast Kohaku-san prepared, I exit into the lobby. Hisui was waiting there with my bag. This is all text I've read already. Why am I having so much trouble with it? Holy shit. Shiki-sama, have you enough time? Yeah. It should only be 20 minutes to school if I run. It's only 7:30, so I should be fine if I take the long way. Seeming satisfied with this answer, Hisui bows her head in assent. Then allow me to see you out. Huh? Yeah, thank you. I still feel terribly awkward about having my own servant. Oh, Shiki-san! Please wait just a moment. With pattering footsteps, Kohaku-san runs down from the second floor. Hisui steps back and falls silent as Kohaku-san approaches. Huh? Weren't you with Akiha? Lady Akiha goes to school by car. Since I had something to give you this morning, I stayed behind. Something to give me? Yes. This came from the Arima family yesterday. Kohaku-san smiles. But I have all my luggage already. The things I used while I was over at the Arima's house all belonged to them. So all I've got are my own clothes. Really? But this was sent here nonetheless. Kohaku-san hands me a thin wooden box, perhaps 20 centimeters long. It's not heavy at all. Kohaku-san, I've never seen this before. Well, apparently it was left to you by your departed father. It was to be given to you in the will. By my old man? I can't feel anything about that. What's the old man who expelled me from this mansion 8 years ago doing leaving me things? Oh well. Kohaku-san, please take it to my room for me. Kohaku-san is staring intently at the wooden box. She seems almost like a child who wants a toy. Stare. No, she is a child. I get it. You want to know what's inside, right?
Oh, not at all. I merely wondered for a moment.
Like I said, you do wonder what's inside. Alright, let's open it. 1, 2, 3. With a dry sound, the wooden box opens. Inside, there's a 10-centimeter bar of thin iron. It's an iron bar? Undecorated and worn, it has finger marks all over it. The old man must have really hated me to leave me a piece of junk like this.
No, Shiki-san. It's a fruit knife.
Kohaku-san takes the iron bar out of the box.
See? Isn't it one of those folding knives? 1, 2, 3.
With the sound of sliding metal, a 10-centimeter blade pops out from the bar. I see. It certainly is a knife.
It's old, but it seems pretty solid. The year and the era it was made is written on the back.
Kohaku-san replaces the blade and hands over the knife. Certainly, there's a number written on the grip. The character 7, and under it, the character Knight.
Ne-san, there is no error by that name. It just says Nanatsu Yoru.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought that was... I thought that was Kohaku. I turn around in surprise. Hisui, who had been silent until now, was looking at the knife over my shoulders. You surprised me, Hisui. You should say something. You don't have to look over my shoulder like that, you know. If you want to see it, I'll show it to you. Hisui's cheeks become faintly red.
Please excuse me. That knife was so beautiful I could not help myself.
Beautiful? You really think it's beautiful? It looks kind of beat up to me.
Not at all. The tempering of the blade is masterful. I think it is a knife with its own proper history.
Really? It looks to me like a piece of junk. But since Hisui seems so convinced, I begin to feel the same thing. In its own way, I guess it's not such a bad inheritance.
7 Knights. Maybe that's the name of this fruit knife.
Maybe. Though I can't imagine him naming a knife like that. Whatever the case may be, it's obvious that it's an antique. Well, in any case... Well, in any case, I believe in taking what's given to me. I replaced the blade, and put the knife in my trouser pocket. That never occurred to me. He just takes the knife to school? Like, Jesus. I guess it's just a fruit knife? I don't know. I guess it's not that big of a deal. Shiki-sama, have you enough time? Ugh, I have to get going. Well, Kohaku-san, thanks for the delivery. Kohaku smiles and waves me off. Anime adaptation, Shiki uses a butter knife. I come out to the gates. Hisui follows in silence. Hisui, you're gonna see me off? Hisui nods wordlessly.
Shiki-sama, what time shall we expect your return?
It seems Hisui will continue to use Sama to the bitter end. Well, if I take time to argue now, I'll be late for school. I'll complain about the honorific later.
Shiki-sama?
Yeah. Probably around 4 o'clock, I think. I don't do any club activities. When I don't hang out with Arihiko, I usually get back pretty early in the evening. Hisui bows deeply at my random estimate. I understand. Please take care on the way. I'm not sure what to take care about, but she's probably just worried about my health. Yeah, thanks. You too, Hisui. I return the goodwill with good intentions. With an energetic wave at the hand of Hisui, I leave the gates of the mansion behind. I go down the hill. Since I've attended school from the Arima's house up until now, this is my first time taking this route. Not many from our school. Apparently, there are not many people from my school who live around here. 7:30 in the morning. I can't see anyone running along the streets in a school uniform, except me. Slowly, I begin to see some people in school uniforms intermingled with the crowd. This is around where the road to school begins. Where's Yumizuka-san? Well, I'm not gonna be that lucky. I recall the smiling face of the classmate who departed here yesterday saying my house is this way. As I think of Yumizuka Satsuki in the classroom, my pace quickens a little, and I hurry toward the classroom. I leave the residential area and reach the crossroads. The gates will be closed in about 10 minutes. I start to run across the asphalt. I made it. It seems like it took 20 minutes rather than 30 from the mansion. I'll need to leave around 7 if I want to go slowly, since I ran several times on the way. When I get to the classroom, I notice the air is buzzing. Although the classroom in the morning is always noisy, there's something different about the noise today. I walk to my desk by the window. Arihiko was waiting there sullenly. Arihiko, did something happen? Don't know. It's nothing big. There's a rumor that someone in class ran away from home. Oh, that's what all the fuss is about then. I sit down at my desk with a sigh. What do you mean nothing big? Who ran away? Who? How should I know? But we'll know when homeroom starts. Whoever's seat is vacant, they must be the one who ran away from home. Ah, that's true. It's true, but Arihiko's attitude seems a little dry. If one of our classmates really has run away from home, I think it's a bit much to just ignore it as someone else's problem. Arihiko? Aren't you being insensitive? One of our classmates ran away from home. Aren't you worried? Huh? You're the only one who's seriously worried, dumbass. Everyone's talking about it because it's an interesting thing to talk about. It's not as if you or I had run away from home, so there's no need to worry, is there? Now I remember. This guy's cold like that to everyone except his friends. Though, I guess I am a bit worried. Running away from home at a time like this, they'd have to be really brave or really... A time like this? What kind of time is that? I told you yesterday, Tohno. There's a serial killer going around the streets right now. I don't know who ran away from home, but they'd have no excuse if they got attacked by him while living in the streets. Can't be. There's no way that happened. Tohno, you should watch TV more. There's been 8 victims already, and he doesn't discriminate. You'd better think again if you think you're safe. The town's empty at night nowadays. The only people who go out are drunkards and policemen, which is why it's so boring. Arihiko's voice is very serious. Hearing it, I begin to feel uneasy. Oh, Oh, Kunifuji's here. It's homeroom at last. Arihiko returns to his seat. After a while, everyone is seated. Only one seat is empty. There's no mistaking it. The desk of Yumizuka Satsuki is empty.
Well, my house is this way. Bye-bye. See you at school tomorrow.
Yumizuka said that when we parted yesterday. I don't know what happened at home, but I can't see her making that smiling face before running away. Yumizuka's absent. Yumizuka Satsuki is merely treated as absent, as attendance is taken. As if nothing is amiss, homeroom proceeds. Give me just a second. Because in every version of this, we've always asked about Yumizuka. Curious if we have to do something different this time, since it's the last route and all. No, it's basically all the same shit. Okay. So, we are asking... I guess... Does this lead to death, I guess? I don't know. I guess it has to, right? I know Yumizuka was smiling yesterday. I didn't think that she could make such a face say bye-bye and then run away from home. Sensei, what is it, Tohno? A question? Yes. Is it true that a student in our class has run away from home? Instantly, the air in the classroom solidifies. He frowns, then, with a difficult expression, bows his head in assent. Yes, that's what we've heard from Yumizuka Satsuki's parents. Yumizuka didn't come home last night, but they've been searching, and I'm sure they've already found her. Saying so, he departs. The classroom becomes noisy again. I have a bad feeling about this. It's really heavy. A terrible feeling as if my body is tied down to this chair. Even after second period, Yumizuka still didn't show up. With no way to find out, my bad feeling about this grows. It's lunchtime. In spite of the morning's excitement, the classroom has returned to its everyday cheerfulness. It seems that no one in class is really taking Yumizuka Satsuki, It seems as though no one in class is taking Yumizuka Satsuki's running away from home seriously. Tohno, let's get lunch! That's okay. I don't really feel like it. Huh, I guess that can't be helped. Don't be troubled with other people's problems too much. Other people's problems, huh? Arihiko's words are too close to the truth. Huh? Oh, I thought that was... okay.
Huh? You're not with Inui-kun today?
Senpai, what are you doing in our classroom?
Well, I thought I'd have lunch with you guys. Tohno-kun, aren't you gonna eat something?
Senpai sits down on the desk, looking at me anxiously. Nah, I just don't seem to have any appetite today.
Oh, are you not feeling well?
Something like that. Don't worry about me. You go on to the dining hall. Arihiko's probably already there.
Oh, you're not energetic at all. I don't know what happened, but if you don't eat lunch, you'll feel even worse.
That's true, but since I'm not hungry, there's not a lot I can do. feel well. Go help Kosaku. Go and look. I can't answer. Okay. He doesn't feel well. He's, you know... Sorry. I really don't feel too good right now. I'm gonna go to the clinic, so please just have lunch with Arihiko. Senpai sighs. I don't know what's going on, but please don't push yourself, Tohno-kun. I'm going to the clinic, so I won't push myself. Forcing a smile, I leave the classroom. When I get back, homeroom has ended. I'm the only one left in the classroom, as everyone else has rushed off to the club activities or to their houses. Well, there's really no need for me to stay here. Putting my things in my bag, I leave the classroom. It's past 4 o'clock. I told Hisui that I'd return around 4, so I don't have time to wander around. I suddenly stop as I walk up the hill. Then I started to fly. I went in deep. Sorry. Yesterday, at this same time, I remember how natural the parting was between Yumizuka and I. To be honest, I'm concerned about Yumizuka. But no matter how much I worry, there's nothing I can do. I told her I would help her as much as I could whenever she was in a pinch. But now, I don't even know how I can help. I reach the top of the hill, walk along the wall, and reach the front gate of the mansion. This western mansion does seem out of place. In the middle of a residential area at the top of the hill, this imposing mansion really does give the impression that it's from a country other than Japan. Besides, to top it all off, welcome back, Shiki-sama. And standing there in front of the gate to welcome me is a maid. Hisui stands like a statue in front of the gate. Thanks, Hisui. Forgive me for asking, but how long have you been waiting for me this whole time? Oh, sorry, I completely misread that. Forgive me for asking, but have you been waiting for me, here this whole time? No, not the whole time. I've only waited for half an hour. Is there something wrong? She speaks extremely matter-of-factly. Wait a minute. Waiting for me like that is going overboard. I'm really happy that you wanted to greet me, but you don't have to go that far. Wearing that and standing so conspicuously, I feel a little embarrassed. Plus, it is autumn. It'll get pretty cold out soon. Hisui is silent. She might be a foreigner, as her blue eyes are like finely crafted glass, staring at me lifelessly without emotion. A brief silence ensues. I understand. Then starting tomorrow, I will wait in the lobby. Hisui gives a brief bow and opens the gate. This is another screen where it's like hard to read. After that, she resumes her immobile depiction of a statue. After I walk through the gate and enter the garden, she quietly follows behind me. When we reach the entrance, Hisui whooshes past me. Ugh! I instinctively jump back. What is it, Shiki-sama? No, nothing, it's nothing. She silently opens the front door. She must have moved ahead of me to do so. Waiting behind her master until her turn arises, and quietly fulfilling her duty. Perhaps that's the duty of a maid, but it makes a normal person like me a little nervous to have her attending to my every move. This isn't good at all. It just makes me feel like a perpetual guest in my own home. Hisui?
Yes, what is it, Shiki-sama? I said this yesterday already, but I'd like to do things that I can do by myself. No? I said this yesterday already, but I'd like to do things that I can do by myself. No, please let me. Maybe that's supposed to be so? Like, I'd like to do things that I can do by myself, so please let me? No, please let me? Whatever, executive decision. I said this yesterday already, but I'd like to do things that I can do by myself. So, please let me. This is sort of a secret, I suppose. But the truth is, I really am pretty lazy deep inside. So I tend to let things go. Yeah. I really want that to be a secret from Akiha. I do not understand. Are you telling me to be more strict? No, that's definitely not it. I just want to live as relaxed as possible. I am deeply sorry. I do not appear to understand what you're saying, Shiki-sama. That's why I'm saying, you don't have to look so serious. This is troubling. Last night when I talked to her a little about this, I had a premonition. But I didn't think she took things this seriously. Sheesh. What I'm saying is that you don't have to worry about me. I don't mind being helped with things like laundry and cooking, but other than that, I can take care of myself. Isn't it just you and Kohaku taking care of this enormous mansion? So, I don't want to add to your duties, just relax. Her expression doesn't change. She doesn't answer or even give a nod. Just a quick closing of the eyes, I think. I understand, but you do not have to worry about me, Shiki-sama. She doesn't understand at all. Hisui swiftly swishes to the side to make way for me. I sigh. I really am taken aback. All this devotion really does make me happy, but I think it'll be good if she was just half as cheerful as Kohaku-san. She has such a beautiful atmosphere around her. Maybe if I just relax a little bit, that would be... Shiki-sama, are you not going to return to your room? No. I was just thinking about something. I turned to the side and faced the stairs. Hisui looks rather longingly at the bag in my hand. I think she wants me to let her carry it. She already went through all this trouble just to greet me, and now she wants to carry my bag. I ignore her longing attitude as I quickly walk towards my room. Please take off your school clothes and place them here. I have to clean the mansion, so if you need anything, please call for me. Hisui, you clean the mansion? I wonder what Akiha and Kohaku-san are doing. Akiha-sama is in the mansion taking care of Makihisa-sama's business and inheritance matters. Ne-san would most likely be sweeping in the courtyard. Huh? My old man's business inheritance? Is she talking with a lawyer or something? Yes. It seems that she's being informed about all the administration policies, so she will be extremely busy until dinner time. Well, the old man did suddenly pass away, so he probably didn't tell her anything about his company. Sorry for taking your time. I'll call you if anything happens, so you can return to what you were doing. I understand. Well then, please excuse me. I change out of my uniform and into some normal clothes. The clock says it's just past 5 o'clock. It'd be a waste if I just spaced out in my room, so now I should... I'm curious about something. Because I feel, I might be mistaken.
look? Yeah. I don't think... Oh, hold on. Thing's fucking frozen. Hold on. There we go. Thing got all fucked up. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I know that I'm supposed to pick Kohaku, but I noticed that there's 3 choices here, but you only go to this. You only get presented with this decision twice. So there's a 3rd option. I was wondering, like, what would that lead to? I was just curious about that, because you don't do this in Akiha's route. You immediately go to look for Yumizuka. Anyway, yeah, obviously we're gonna go help Kohaku. That's right. She's been taking care of me since yesterday. So if I have time to fool around, then I should go help Kohaku-san. I guess she's sweeping in the garden. If it's just sweeping in the garden, even I could help with that. I psych myself up and head towards the garden. Oh, welcome back, Shiki-san. Kohaku-san faces me with a tender smile. Thanks. You're sweeping in the garden by yourself? Yes. The gardener will not be here for another 3 days, so I thought I should just straighten up these fallen leaves. Kohaku-san holds the bamboo broom with both hands. She looks like she's really enjoying herself. Cleaning up this large area by herself should be quite a huge task. You're really something, Kohaku-san. I'd complain if I had to sweep this whole garden. Oh no, it isn't like that at all. This is my duty, so I have to do it to put food on the table. That's what is... I have to put food... Do you get paid? I guess... I'm a little confused with the financial situation of Hisui and Kohaku. Like, they're servants, sure. But they're live-in servants, right? So aren't they, like, basically family? I don't know. I don't really understand how that whole culture works. Not Japanese culture, but, like, rich people culture, I guess. I have to do it to put food on the table. That's why I must push back my tears and sweep this garden. Kohaku-san laughs and gives a care... Oh, she was kidding. Okay, I'm stupid. She was being sarcastic, I think. Akiha pays for your meals, and Akiha can pay for food anyway. Yeah, she was just joking. I'm an idiot. Okay. Kohaku-san laughs and gives a carefree smile. She certainly is cheerful. Besides, there are some things I do in the back courtyard, so when I'm not busy, I always check up on the garden. Huh? Things you do? Like what? Well, let's see. Ever since I was a child, I liked growing flowers. I gathered so many kinds of flowers on whim that it's more like a jungle than a flower bed. Kohaku-san laughs brightly once again. But I didn't know that. I rarely go back there, so I didn't realize it, but I guess there have been something like a flower garden from the 2nd floor. I see. You like gardening, Kohaku-san? What kind of flowers? Well, lots of kinds. But most of them are morning glories. Oh, morning glories. That seems like a fitting choice. Really? I always thought that they didn't quite match the mood of the mansion, though. No, not the mansion. I mean, they suit you well, Kohaku-san. Morning glories are always so pretty in their simplicity. Shiki-san,
I think you've the wrong idea. The ones in the garden are Korean morning glories. They're a bit dangerous.
Kohaku-san laughs as if there was something really funny. Is that so? But Korean morning glories are still morning glories, right?
Yes. It's also known as a crazy eggplant, or datura. The flowers can be made into an anesthetic. The world's first general anesthetic, Tsunesan, was made in Japan with the Korean morning glories as its main active ingredient. If you drink it by accident, it'll cause dangerous hallucinations, so please be careful, Shiki-san.
I don't think I'd ever accidentally drink the flowers, Kohaku-san.
I also wanted to grow some cactus and other cute things like that, but Akiha-sama was vehemently against it, so I had to stop. It really is too bad. It really is too bad that I tell you these things, but cannot show them to you.
Saying that, she takes up the broom again. I see. So you sweep the garden because you like flowers and stuff like that?
No, that isn't really the reason. Actually, I'm terrible at cleaning inside the mansion. I don't know why, but I always seem to break something.
Huh?
I seem to break or rip the most valuable thing in the room. Well, but I don't do it on purpose, right? But Hisui-chan told me, "Ne-san, maybe you should just stick to the family finances and cooking." How mean of her.
Kohaku-san is still smiling while acting angry. But this is quite different from my first impression of her. You don't mean... Kohaku-san, are you clumsy? My statement is more of a blurted outburst than a direct question. Kohaku-san groans in disappointment.
You're saying it too, Shiki-san? Hisui-chan is too cruel and says, "Ne-san, you are too slow," while Akiha-chan teases me and says, "You're not being careful enough." I don't mess up because I want to. They're so mean.
That was really hard. Can we take a second and appreciate how hard that was? Like, ugh. I have to do Kohaku's voice while doing, like, mocking impressions of Hisui's, and that's hard. Okay. She's lying. Korean morning glories make you a pro at MOBAs. That's funny. That's right. There really aren't too many people that mess up because they want to. I didn't know what to say, so I tried to be somewhat neutral.
That's right. It's the thought that counts, so I think they should overlook it if I mess up 10 or 20 times.
Kohaku-san starts quickly sweeping the leaves again. Well, I didn't come here to get in her way. Kohaku-san, is there another broom?
Yes, there are many in the shed. What are you going to use it for?
No, I just thought I'd sweep up some leaves too. Kohaku's broom freezes.
That will not do, Shiki-sama. If you were to do that, I would be in trouble.
Get in trouble? What would you... what would you get in... Oh, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. Who would get you in... Well, I guess there really is only one person who would.
Yep.
Kohaku-san nods quickly. Don't worry about it. I'm doing it because I want to. So it's wrong for Akiha to complain. If Akiha has any complaints, she'll have to blame me, not you.
Oh, that is true.
Isn't it? So relax. Besides, it's more fun if we both do it.
Shiki-san, you do not seem to understand Lady Akiha. If you did that, she would get angry for another reason, I think.
I don't get it. But you're saying you'll, I don't get it, but you're saying she'll get angry, You're saying she'll get angry whatever happens? I don't get it, but you're saying she'll get angry regardless?
That's it. So please do not worry about sweeping.
Still smiling, Kohaku-san says this directly. Oh, no matter what happens, Akiha will get mad at you. Well, then I don't want to make any trouble for you. Sorry. Forgive me, I was just being careless.
No, you were not being careless. I'm very happy that you wanted to help me.
Even though she says that with a bright smile, I feel bad because I really did want to help her. I sigh. Kohaku-san looks at my face cheerfully.
Shiki-san, did you really want to help me?
Yeah, if it won't get you in trouble.
Then shall we go somewhere else? Akiha-sama will find us here, so I think it's better if we sweep behind the mansion.
Behind? In the backyard?
Yes. Akiha-sama will never find us there, so we can sweep all we want. Here you go.
Kohaku-san hands me the broom she had in her hands. Excuse me.
I will go to the shed to get another broom, so please go ahead, Shiki-sama. Please don't let Hisui-chan or Akiha-sama spot you as you go, okay?
Trot, trot, trot. Kohaku-san dashes with quick, light steps. She really looks like a mischievous kid. Mischievous or mischievous. She really looks like a mischievous kid. There we go. Before I realize it, a grin creases my lips. Akiha and Hisui don't seem to be the joking type, but Kohaku-san's brightness is quite charming. Alright, let's do this. Gripping the broom that Kohaku-san was using earlier, I covertly walk into the garden behind the mansion. It's after dinner, and we drink tea in the sitting room. Akiha sits across from me, and Hisui stands by the wall. There's no such thing as a TV in the room, and Akiha doesn't say much. Everything seems so high class.
Shiki-san, can you come here for a moment?
Kohaku-san's cheerful voice calls from the lobby.
Ni-san, Kohaku is calling you. Did you do anything to make her call for you?
No. I don't remember anything. I'll be right back. I leave Akiha and Hisui behind to go to the lobby. Kohaku-san is pacing back and forth by the entrance. Kohaku-san, what are you doing?
Oh, Shiki-san. Well, it's a little complicated. Can you please step outside with me? Here's not a good place.
I don't understand what's going on, but I follow her anyway. You have something to tell me? Is it a secret or something?
Yes. If Akiha-sama were to hear it, she would get mad at you, Shiki-san.
Something Akiha would get mad over? What do you mean? I haven't done anything to make her mad.
Oh, it isn't anything you did. But you know, while you were eating with Akiha-sama, a guest came to see you.
Huh? A guest? For me?
Yes. She was walking around the front gate, so I called out to her. She was wearing a school uniform from your high school.
And then Kohaku-san began to describe the guest's appearance. About my age, with a slightly childish face. A cute girl, her long hair tied in pigtails. Thump. I feel as if my world is enveloped in darkness. That description. Isn't it Yumizuka Satsuki, who ran away from home?
She asked, is this Tohno-san's mansion? And I answered, yes it is. And then she asked, is Tohno-kun here now?
Huh. And then what, Kohaku-san?
Yes, well, she seemed to want to talk to you, but she refused when I asked if she wanted to come in. She seemed okay that she would not get to meet you right now.
Kohaku-san wonders aloud what this was all about, and she tilts her head. But I'm the one who wants to know. Why? Why did Yumizuka-san come to my place? I don't know. I don't know, but I have a bad feeling about this. Kohaku-san, how long ago was this? It was before the end of dinner, so about 10 minutes ago. And which direction did she go? She went down the hill, towards the station, I think. Can I make it? If I run, if I get lucky, I might make it. Got it. I'll be gone for a little bit, so please keep this a secret from Akiha. I understand. If Akiha-sama found out, she would not leave you alone, Shiki-san. Giving a quick bow to the smiling and cheerful Kohaku-san, I run down the road and into the night. Dashing with all my strength, I run towards the station. I look for someone like Yumizuka in the crowd in front of the station. I'm out of breath. My legs are painfully aware of how fast I'm going, and they stop. I knew it wouldn't be this easy to find her. Trying to control my breathing, I start to run again. I don't see Yumizuka Satsuki anywhere. It's only natural, but I can't seem to give up easily. I don't think it's because I'm so worried about her. It's just that I have this terrible premonition. That's why I'm running like this. I'll be going. Bye-bye, Tohno-kun. It was a goodbye just like any other. A truly happy, gentle smile. That was not the face of someone who ran away from home. Tohno-kun, help me when I'm in a pinch, okay? Yes, it really is that simple. I don't want to betray that smile. I pant with exertion. I don't see her in the park either. There wasn't a way to find her from the beginning. I should just give up and go back to the mansion. Damn it! Still, I try to look for her as I turn to go back through town. I come to the front of the station once more. It's already past 9 o'clock. It's probably because of all the recent serial killings that the area around the station is quite empty already. At that moment, Yumizuka. For an instant I doubt my eyes. But the back of the figure in front of me resembles Yumizuka Satsuki too much. Yumizuka walks quickly into the midst of the crowd. I can't tell for sure. I may have been wrong, but I decided I should catch up to her and call out to her. Wait! Yumizuka-san! I shout while running. Did she hear me? Yumizuka quickly turns around to face my direction. That face. There's no confusing it. The girl walking ahead of me is unmistakably Yumizuka Satsuki, and the expression on her face wasn't frightening. But I feel a chill run through my spine. My heart starts to pound quickly. The back of my head throbs heavily, and my throat is burning. What is this? It's weird. The inside of my body is burning. I feel dizzy, as if I'm in the grip of a terrible fever. In that moment, Yumizuka begins to walk again. Wait! Yumizuka-san! I call out, running. Yumizuka walks on unsteadily, not turning. Can't you hear me? Yumizuka! I urge my hot body onwards. But, no matter how much I try, I cannot catch Yumizuka. No matter how fast I run, I cannot catch up to her, even as she walks. Something is strange. I know that. But I couldn't tell what it is. Right now, all I can do is follow Yumizuka Satsuki. And then, I lose sight of her. Yumizuka Satsuki, whom I'd been chasing without success, is nowhere to be seen. Shit! What the hell's going on? I stop, catching my breath. My chest heaves deeply. Though I hadn't realized it until now, I must have been running for a long time. What time is it? Resting my hands on my knees, I glance up at a nearby store window. It's already midnight. Can't be. I couldn't have been running for that long. It's hard to believe, but the clock is correct. Looking around, most of the lights in the shopping district are off. I should go back. Even though I'm worried about Yumizuka, I feel like I won't be able to find her anymore. I chased her for almost 3 hours, calling her name all this time, but she did not even respond. What was she thinking? With a big sigh, I decide to head back into the mansion. There's no one around. The shopping district still had some people, but the way back to the mansion should be completely empty. The words serial killer run through my mind. Midnight, walking through town alone. I might be easy prey for such an attacker. A sound. Somewhere behind a building, there's a sound. I think there's the sound of someone falling. The back alley? The noise came only once. An eerie silence surrounds me. I have a bad feeling about this. Did someone collapse in the back alley? Did the wind just knock something over? Whatever it was, I probably shouldn't get involved. But is it because I was looking for Yumizuka a while ago? I feel like she's there for some reason. What should I do? There's no one around. The only help I can rely on is the knife Kohaku-san handed me this morning. I'm pretty sure you still do all the same things, right? I'm like 90% sure. Shit, hold on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do all the same things. I can't ignore my feelings. With a killer skulking around at night looking for victims, I shouldn't be investigating suspicious sounds in alleyways. But I still remember Yumizuka's smiling face from yesterday. There's no reason for Yumizuka to be there. But if she is, she might need my help. I'll never forgive myself if I just ignore this. All right. True. I take a deep breath. I steel my spirit. Besides, if it comes to it, I have my eyes, too. Since I said not to use them recklessly, but you'll find it acceptable if I use it against a killer. The sound. It came from here. Preparing myself, I step into the alley. Thump. My heart pounds. The back alley is quiet. The noise came from an open area at the far end. Thump. The back of my head hurts, as if convulsing under the utmost strain. My racked spine hurts, as if it's about to rip itself out of my body. Thump. Why is it? I can't think, yet my instincts shout at me. Thump. Don't go. Don't go any farther. If you do, you won't be able to come back. Thump. But it's already too late. I step out of the back alley and into the open space. Ugh. That weak voice is all I can get out. The back alley is a single sheet of crimson. in it, limbs are strewn amongst the garbage and rubble. Not the limbs of dogs or cats or the like. They're human limbs, blood dripping from fresh meat and bone. The ground and the walls are painted with red blood. A heavy scent fills my nostrils, thick, like a red fog permeating my body, the choking smell of blood. A face. A face. A face. A face on a severed head, rolling around with an expression of agony. A face shriveled up like a mummy, split in halves. A face with both eyes gouged out, so distorted I can't even tell if it used to be a man or a woman. Unable to make a sound, I merely gaze speechlessly at the corpses. No. They can't even be called human bodies anymore. Even a badly made sculpture looks better than this. There are 4 bodies. They roll around like scraps of leftover food. I gape in shock at the sea of bodies. The back of my head throbs. My throat is parched, and my breath burns like fire. My fingertips quiver, and my mouth distorts. What is this? What is this world before my eyes? Red. Yes, before my eyes. Everything is that terrible color. But I merely stand. Excuse me. I think I may be going crazy. Thump. Thump. While being faced with a totally bizarre, alien landscape like this, my heart screams shrilly in anticipation. A corpse against the wall moves. No, that's wrong. It's not a corpse. It's not like the scrapped hands or feet. It's a living human being with limbs attached. I see something out of place. In this ghoulish spectacle, the response to seeing someone alive is more of astonishment than happiness. But if he's alive, I have to help him. Hello? In my rush of emotion, I step towards the living figure. Pulling myself up from the sea, it raises its face toward me. A face like a dried-out skull. I leap back reflexively. But the skull moves faster than I do. With a strange voice, he jumps on me. A hideous voice right next to me. Looking down, there's a large hole in the skull's throat, preventing him from speaking right. The dried-up face, the dried-up arm reaching for me. In the throat of this bag of bones, vocal cords vibrate in accord with the ghastly voice. Desperately, I try to tear him off me. But he merely raises that ghastly voice and will not get off. With a creak, the skull's jaw opens. The mouth opens wide enough to rip off my shoulder with a single bite, and he approaches my face as if saying, "I don't want to die, somebody save me." I can't even say stop. The guy made of only skin and bones tries to bite my head, and suddenly, he collapses. The awesome power vanishes. The bag of bones in a person's form crumbles to the ground and disappears. Softly, like a bad dream, it turns to ash and blows away. What the hell is this? A pain runs through my shoulder. My shoulder begins to turn red and swell where he grasped me. The pain is real. So this must be real. A terrible nightmare. But it can't be a nightmare, because it's not a dream. Tohno-kun, it'll be dangerous if you stay here. I turn towards the voice behind me. At the mouth of the alley where I came from, I see Yumizuka Satsuki. Yumizuka-san!
Good evening. Fancy meeting you in a place like this, huh?
As if we had merely bumped into each other in the mall, Yumizuka greets me lightheartedly. Yumizuka-san, what about you? What are you doing out in a time like this?
Oh, just going for a walk. But what's Tohno-kun doing? Killing so many people like this is bad, right?
Yumizuka says with a light smile. Killing so many people? I look around me, and I remember the tragic scene I'm surrounded by, in a sea of blood. Tohno stands aghast like a murderer. No! This wasn't me!
Oh, of course it was! Everyone's dead, and Tohno-kun's alive, so obviously Tohno-kun must have killed them.
No way! It just attacked me! I point at the monster that attacked me moments ago, but nothing's there. Even the ashes and the bones that have been even the ashes of the bones have been blown away by the wind. I swallow my breath. Yumizuka is chuckling. It's not. This wasn't me. My head is paralyzed and can only manage broken language. I understand. I can think clearly, but I can't put my thought into words. For example, why is Yumizuka in a place like this? For example, why is Yumizuka laughing in the face of this tragic scene? Yumizuka-san,
Yeah, I know. You just interrupted someone's meal. I'm sorry for it sounding mean. I always act against my feelings, so I'm acting like this to you.
Yumizuka is still laughing. It's so inappropriate for this scene. I feel a chill. Yumizuka doesn't move from the entrance of the alley. Her arms are positioned strangely, as if she's hiding something behind her back. And looking closer, there are spots of something red on her sleeve. Yumizuka, you...
What is it? Your face looks scary, Tohno-kun.
She laughs again. No. Somehow. This girl cannot be Yumizuka Satsuki. Yumizuka, why are you hiding your hands like that?
Have I been found out? I guess you're too observant to miss that, huh? I've always liked that about you, Shiki-kun.
After emphasizing my name, she brings her hands out. Both her hands are dyed crimson, not yet dry. The blood drips off them in red droplets. And proudly, Yumizuka is smiling. Yumizuka, your hands.
Yeah, I killed those people.
What?
But it's okay. I didn't kill them because I hated them. I just needed their blood to live, so I had to kill them.
She says this as if it was normal. Of course I can't understand it. All I do understand is my blood is pulsing wildly throughout my whole body. Thump, thump. Pant, pant. Like I've fallen in love at first sight with that bloody Yumizuka. I'm excited. You really killed them, Yumizuka?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you it was a lie, right? Or do you think it's impossible for a girl like me to do such a thing?
Her voice laughs softly. I don't believe her. I don't believe her. But she's definitely not telling a lie. This tragic scene. It's all Yumizuka's doing. Why? Such a terrible thing.
It's not terrible. Like I said, I didn't kill them because I hated them. There's nothing wrong with killing others in order to live, is there, Shiki-kun?
What? That's absurd. Killing is wrong.
No, it's not. But I did do one bad thing. Since today was my first time drinking blood, I let a little of my blood get back into them. Because of that, you got attacked, Shiki-kun. I'm sorry for getting you involved, but we're lucky. It died without being able to finish changing. What are you talking about, Yumizuka? It's okay if you don't understand right now. I don't really understand myself yet, so I can't explain it very well. But I think after a few days, I could become like Shiki-kun. Like Shiki-kun. Become a great...
As she said so, her face distorts in pain. Rasps of agony echo from her throat. Yumizuka chokes up blood.
It hurts. I guess even if I'm hungry, I shouldn't just drink blood at random. If it's not good quality, beautiful blood, it won't agree with me.
She breaks out in a fit of coughing. She chokes out blood with every cough. Yumizuka's body convulses. I don't really understand. All I know is, Yumizuka's in terrible pain. That's all I can clearly understand.
Are you okay, Yumizuka?
Without thinking, I run towards her to take her hand.
No! Don't come any closer, Shiki-kun.
But Yumizuka's voice stops me.
You mustn't. I'm not entirely okay, Shiki-kun.
She speaks painfully, still vomiting red blood.
Yumizuka,
I don't understand. Why? Yumizuka's in pain. Or why she's like this. What the hell's going on? You said you killed those people. But that's a lie, right, Yumizuka? If you're in that much pain, shouldn't you be in a hospital? I know. Even though I understand Yumizuka brought about this tragic scene, I still lie to myself. Hey, Yumizuka, I'm coming over there, okay? I speak gently, but Yumizuka shakes her head in violent refusal.
Why?
If you're in pain, we have to get you to a hospital right away.
Shiki-kun, you're not getting it. You really never understand anything.
Idiot. I told you before I don't understand.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? But you're still here.
Yumizuka begins to pull away.
It hurts, Shiki-kun.
She breathes raggedly, coughing up red blood.
It hurts, and it's cold, and I'm scared. I really want your help right now, Shiki-kun.
Uh-oh. I have to take this. I'm wondering if you could do me a favor, trade closing shifts for tomorrow and Wednesday. Okay. I'll deal with that in a minute. But it's too early. Saying that, Yumizuka straightens up again.
Wait for me, okay? I'll go become a great vampire. Then I'll come back and see you again.
What? Wait up, Yumizuka! Yumizuka is gone. Even as I start to run, Yumizuka is long gone. Her speed is not that of a human's, but of a wild beast.
Yumizuka, you...
What happened to you, really? My shoulders throb in pain where he grabbed earlier. When I look back, the open space where all the limbs were scattered only left red blood. The faces, the organs, the hand and feet, they all turned to ash, like the skull did before. Thump. I feel sick, as if I'm going to cough up blood.
This can't be.
Thump. This excitement. It's so intense. I almost pull out my Nintendo Switch and play Super Smash Bros. For a while, the crimson color of blood burns my eyes. This can't be real! My world swims before me. My eyes see nothing but a distorted world. Before I realize it, I'm back at the mansion. Just like a pet somehow finding its way home, I guess. I'm on the verge of collapsing from dizziness. I didn't think I would make it back this far. Vomit. I'm going to vomit. My heart is exploding. I can hardly breathe. I have to hurry and rest. Since I've collapsed so many times before from my anemia, I know I'm about to faint. If I just rest my body in bed, this nausea, my exploding heart, it'll all go back to normal. I can forget all about that, as if nothing happened, and wake up to a normal day. Shiki-san? Have you returned? Kohaku-san. Kohaku-san emerges from the west alley. That's right. Kohaku-san's room is in the west hallway on the first floor. Welcome back, Shiki-san. Did you get to meet your friend? Yes, I met her. I remember as soon as I answer. The scattered limbs. Face. The blood-stained alley. Yomizuka's laughing face, and her bloody hands. Sorry, I'm going back to my room, so please go back as well, Kohaku-san. I don't feel like talking with anyone right now. I leave Kohaku-san behind and go up the stairs. I collapse on my bed. My chest rises and falls as I take deep breaths. My mind feels faint. Dizziness overwhelms me. Even if it means passing out, I just want to go to sleep right now. So why can't I sleep? I'm so dizzy right now. But why don't I pass out like always? If I close my eyes, the visions of that scene in the alley shows up under my eyelids. My heart throbs violently. It isn't terror. Rather, it's closer to sexual excitement. Oh, why? I don't understand at all. Is there this thin line between terror and lust? Who can it be at this hour? Shiki-sama, are you awake? That's the whisper. That whisper is Hisui. Thump. Just imagining her form. My heart calms down a bit. Yeah, I'm awake. Please come in. Please excuse me. What's this? Hisui enters carrying a tray, and something that looks like a medicine wrapped in paper. Hisui, what are you doing at this hour? Shiki-sama, you seem to have trouble sleeping, so I brought you some medicine. That's right. But how did you know, Hisui? I heard it from my sister. Excuse me. She told me that you were very tired, so I should give extra care. I see. It was Kohaku-san. She must have seen how bad my face looked when I met in the lobby. And this medicine is... It is a sleep-inducing medicine. Your personal physician gave this, Your personal physician... Fuck me, dude. Your personal physician? Am I saying that word right? Am I just going crazy right now? Physician? Yeah, physician. Your personal physician gave his approval that it could be used for you. Approval? At this hour?
No, my sister asked your personal doctor as soon as she found out that you were coming to live in this mansion. Wow. Kohaku-san's pretty amazing. Did you notice the Kohaku tell? Is there already a Kohaku tell? Wait, what was the... Because I remember the last time we did this, there was like a faint smile as he took the medicine. That was the Kohaku tell for me. My sister asked your personal decision as soon as she found out you were coming here to live in this mansion. Oh! You're right! Okay. I didn't even notice that. Okay. She says my sister instead of Nason. Oh. Okay. Anyway, I'm very thankful right now. Taking the water from Hisui, I drank the medicine. See, that's the fucking towel right there. I start to feel very sleepy after a while. Thanks, Hisui. Please give Kohaku-san my thanks as well. As you wish. Well then, please rest well, Shiki-sama. I can hear Hisui's footsteps. It feels like all the power is draining from my body. Feels good. I space out. As if I was passing out, I quickly fall asleep. Is this a dream? A red alley. The same back alley I was in before, where Yumizuka Satsuki is killing. Luring appropriate passers-by into the back alley. Mercilessly killing them from behind by twisting their necks like a damp cloth and plunging her teeth into them. 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. How dare she do those things without me? As if in a dream, indulging herself in drinking the blood, Yumizuka tears apart the 4 dead bodies and continues licking the blood. A crimson world. But I don't feel it sick or detest it at all. Pathetic. 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 A knife in my hand. My breathing is out of control. My heart is pounding like a piston, urging me to do something. If it were me, I'd do a much better job. I breathe hard. Is it because I'm holding back my impulse of wanting to do the same things Yumizuka Satsuki's doing? I'm going out of control. Because I don't want to see such a thing. Why are you hesitating? There's no hesitation. Why are you holding back? There's no holding back. Why are you... There's no point in resisting it. Someone's irritating voice. I want to do what I want to do. That voice. It's my own. Yumizuka's crying. Is she crying because she's not good at killing? Or is it because she's in pain? I don't know. Worthless. Is it alright to think so? That woman is worthless. But am I the one who's worthless? Worthless ones should just be killed. Is it alright to kill the worthless? Kill. 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 Kill, 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 kill. Alright, you get the idea. Okay. Oh.
Ugh. It's always nice to take the headphones off after a long stream. Ugh. Okay. Alright, so that was chapter 3. Yeah, these are a lot longer now that I don't skip anything, huh? Okay, so yet again, pretty much all covered ground. Like, almost exactly like the Hisui route. The whole thing with Yumizuka happened again. If memory serves, literally the only thing that was new was the Kohaku scene. And that was interesting because it established the Morning Glories way earlier. So I wonder if that'll come up later. We're closer to the divergence point. I mean, I assume we'll have to deal with Yumizuka before that gets to that point yet. Although, who knows? Okay. With that in mind, thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Inu, for being in the chat. I always appreciate it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching the VOD. Thank you for making it this far. Follow me at twitch.tv at twitch.tv/BerserkChip. That's BerserkChip with 2 P's because I forgot the password to my previous account. Follow me on Twitter, where I post fighting game stuff and highlights from my previous streams and schedule updates to when I'll be streaming next. We are continuing with Tsukihime. We're on the final route. We're on our way towards the end. I'm thinking what I'm going to do once we're finished with Tsukihime. And I'm going to start this way, but I will, depending on the popularity of whichever one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do 2 visual novels and switch between the 2 every other stream. So what I'm thinking of doing is, I guess one of them has to be Fate's Day Night, huh? So Monday we'll do, Monday we'll do Fate's Day Night, and then Wednesdays will be X-Blaze. So anybody who's fans of BlazBlue, anybody who's fans of my BlazBlue content, who follows me because I play Bang, X-Blaze is sort of kind of important to understand the lore of at least S in Central Fiction. So, and I've never read it, so that'll be fun. So yeah, that will be something to look forward to once we're finished with Tsukihime. And, you know, also, if I'm streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe I'll do 3, because I really want to take a crack at Umineko. Umineko looks like a lot of fun. That looks like a whole lot of fun, because it's a ton of characters, and the main character looks like an absolute blast. I've never seen anything that he said, but his character portrait looks hilarious. So, anyway. It's almost like Arihiko's the main character of a visual novel, the way he looks. Anyway, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.